The film opens on a brutal car accident that leaves 5 people injured. An ambulance arrives soon after, and paramedic Angel gets to work alongside his partner and driver Ricardo. But Angel has a secret. While treating accident victims, he quietly pockets their valuables. After delivering the injured to the hospital, the story turns to Angel's home life. He lives with his girlfriend, Vanessa, Vane, as he calls her, and dreams of starting a family with her. Despite their efforts, she hasn't gotten pregnant, and Angel is convinced the problem is hers, not his. To confirm it, he gets a fertility test done at the hospital. The results catch him off guard. His sperm count and motility are both low, and the doctor recommends assisted reproductive treatment. At home, things aren't much easier. His neighbor's dog barks through the night, and Vanessa is often out late with her college coursework. Then another emergency call comes in. Angel and Ricardo rush to the scene and load the patient into the ambulance. But en route, the patient suddenly crashes. Angel panics. Ricardo loses focus at the wheel, and the ambulance collides with another vehicle. Angel wakes up paralyzed from the waist down. The hospital lets him go. He can no longer work, and he's left at home, dependent on disability support and, increasingly, on Vanessa. She cooks for him, helps him through his daily routine, and never leaves his side. He also starts rehab with a therapist named Sandra, holding on to hope that he'll walk again. But the accident doesn't just take his legs, it changes who he is. Angel grows bitter, insecure, quick to anger. When he spots a string of messages on Vanessa's phone from a classmate named Roberto, she explains he's just helping her with an assignment. Angel isn't convinced. He starts searching online for ways to track her phone without her knowing. Around the same time, Ricardo comes by to apologize for the crash. Angel shuts him down and tells him not to come back. One afternoon, he sends Vanessa out for ice cream, and while she's gone, he installs spyware on her phone. She comes home none the wiser, kisses him goodbye, and heads to class. Angel mirrors the software onto his laptop, linking it to her device so he can quietly track her activity from then on. Later, on his way to rehab, he runs into his neighbor Vicente and snaps at him about the dog. Vicente explains he's been at the hospital every night with his sick wife, and the dog's been alone. That evening, Angel tells Vanessa his recovery is going well, expecting her to light up. She doesn't, not the way he wants, and in his already fragile state, that small letdown is enough to convince him she's slipping away. Vanessa comes home with exciting news. She's been offered a part-time job at a veterinary clinic alongside her studies. Angel doesn't share her excitement. All he can think about is how much less time she'll have for him. The disagreement escalates into an argument, and Vanessa storms out. Alone, Angel goes straight back to spying on her phone. He watches her chatting with Roberto, and his jealousy deepens. The next morning, Angel accuses Vanessa of forgetting his medication he'd hidden himself. Tired of being blamed for things that aren't her fault, she heads out to buy more. Meanwhile, Vicente's dog is still driving Angel up the wall. His anger boils over. He stuffs food with hidden sharp objects and plants it in the park where Vicente walks the dog, meaning to hurt the animal. That night, Angel eavesdrops as Vanessa opens up to a friend about how hard things have gotten. Her friend tells her to leave, but Vanessa can't bring herself to abandon Angel in his condition. Overhearing this only deepens Angel's fear of losing her. Trying to make things right, Angel cooks her favorite meal, apologizes for how he's been acting, and thanks her for staying. He suggests they try again for a baby, but the attempt only reminds him, painfully, of everything his injury has taken from him. Later that night, while Angel showers, Vanessa hears a notification hit her phone, and, at the same instant, hears the same sound come from his laptop. Confused, she checks it and finds the spyware linking his computer to her phone. The truth lands all at once. He's been tracking her for months. Shaken and scared, she packs her things and leaves before he's even out of the shower. By the time he realizes what's happened, she's already gone. Months pass. Christmas comes and goes. Angel lives alone now, managing on his own between rehab sessions with Sandra, the isolation closing in on him. One day, he takes a taxi to the vet clinic where Vanessa now works and watches from a distance as someone picks her up, Ricardo. He trails them and sees the two go into a baby supply store. Angel jumps to a devastating conclusion. Vanessa is pregnant with Ricardo's child. Back home, something in him shifts into planning mode. He visits an old coworker and walks away with a powerful sedative from his former lab. The next day, he corners Vanessa in public. She's clearly unsettled to see him and tells him she wants nothing to do with reconnecting. He insists he only wants to talk, to say goodbye properly. Against her better judgment, she softens and agrees to walk back to the apartment with him. Once inside, Angel mentions that some of her things, including her passport, are still there, and tells her to grab them. The moment her back is turned, he drugs her from behind. She goes under within moments. When Vanessa wakes up, she's tied to a bed. She's trapped and entirely at his mercy. Angel cranks up a song to drown out any sound before locking Vanessa in the room. room. He takes her phone with him on his way out. Scrolling through it, he finds messages from Ricardo and, posing as Vanessa, replies telling him to stay away, that she wants nothing to do with him or the baby. Then he tosses the phone into a river, erasing any trace. Back home, he returns to the room, kills the music, and pulls the cloth from her mouth. Vanessa screams for help immediately. Angel silences her fast and sedates her again. The next day, after rehab, Ricardo corners him, frantic, asking if he's seen Vanessa. Angel plays dumb, claims total ignorance of her disappearance and even of her connection to Ricardo, then cuts the conversation short, citing pain. Meanwhile, Vanessa wakes to find her restraints gone, a flicker of hope until she realizes the sedative has left her legs useless. She drags herself toward the door anyway. It's locked. Not long after, Ricardo leaves Angel a voicemail. He's filing a missing person report, and he's starting to suspect Angel knows more than he's letting on. Later, Angel brings Vanessa food and talks like they have a future, even gushing about the baby he knows isn't his. She seizes the moment, cracks a bottle over his head, and crawls for the exit, screaming. He catches her and sedates her again. Then Vicente shows up, having heard the screams, threatening to call the police. Angel lets him in, and Vicente spots Vanessa on the floor. A fight breaks out. Vicente doesn't survive it. Angel calls in Fermin, an acquaintance who disposes of the body for a price. Job done, quietly. The next day, police show up at Angel's door. Ricardo's missing person report. Angel plays it cool, answers their questions, and when they clock his medication, explains it away as treatment for chronic nerve pain. They leave satisfied. What they don't know, Angel has already found a key to Ricardo's apartment among Vanessa's things. While Ricardo is home, distracted, working the case with police, Angel lets himself in, sedates him, and stages his death to look self-inflicted, steering suspicion far from himself. Back at the apartment, Angel brings Vanessa breakfast. She's confined to the same wheelchair he once used. He even offers her a ring, talking marriage. She says nothing, just wheels herself to the bathroom where she quietly pockets a nail clipper. That night, when her fever spikes, Angel steps out for medicine. The second he's gone, Vanessa uses the clipper to cut herself free. She still can't walk properly, but she drags herself out, finds a screwdriver, and picks the lock on the bedroom door. She makes it to the hallway, reaches the elevator, and then Angel comes back early. He sees her gone and gives chase. She veers for the stairwell instead. A brutal struggle plays out on the stairs. He grabs her. She fights back, screwdriver in hand, and stabs at him to break free. He loses his footing and falls. In the end, Angel survives, but the fall leaves him fully paralyzed, unable to move at all. In the hospital, a nurse brings in his girlfriend to see him. It's Vanessa. She looks at him, cold and steady, and tells him she'll take care of him now. Then she wheels him out of the hospital, a faint smile on her face, leaving it unclear whether that's a promise of care or something closer to revenge.